So then, building on that to say, if you're trying to reach for your potential and you see your tools and you've grabbed your tools, right? Um, Now the thing is that you got to be the person that can pick up the tools. You got to be the person that can carry the tools. You got to be the person that can use those tools. Not the person you are right now, the person that can do that. You're going to grow into the person that can solve those problems. You're going to become the person that can solve those problems. You don't have the solution to solve your problems right now because you got your problems. No shit. That's the version you are right now. The version of you right now doesn't have those solutions, but guess what? The version you're going to be tomorrow is going to have those solutions. That's who you got to become. You got to become the person that can grab hold of the tools and put them into action. That's what you got to be. You got to become that person. You got to become the person that can open up the book and learn how to play lockdown defense. You got to be the person that knows how to open the pages. You got to be the person that's got to learn how to read them pages. And you got to be the person that's got to put them pages into action during practice tomorrow. You got to become that person. You got to become that person. You're not that person right now, but you can become that person. You can take steps to become that person. Just like when you're saying, well, I want dinner, and your fridge is full of raw ingredients. Well, you got to make those ingredients into dinner. You got to start slicing them up. You got to start chopping them. You got to put them in the stove. You've got to make the dinner present itself. It's not just going to dinner done. Don't work that way. But you got to become the person that can take those ingredients and transform them into dinner. You got to be the person that's able to look at your problems and find the solutions and put those solutions into action. You got to become the person that can do that. There's no other way to go about this. I guess theoretically someone could solve the problem for you, or maybe the problem could alleviate itself, or maybe a person could help you alleviate it for you. But that's probably not the best long-term solution. Now with that being said, there's probably some things that's probably better if you maybe it probably is better if a person does alleviate it for you. So like if you've got a situation with your maybe you got a leaky ass pipe and well, yeah, you're probably not a plumber. Okay, maybe let's hire a professional, right? So in that situation it's probably better to not become that person because you probably want someone that's experienced in those situations. Not to say you can't do that. Obviously, you can spend some time to learn how to weld and all that fun stuff, but that pipe's leaking as we speak. We might not have time to learn all that. But regardless, outside of that narrow context, you got to become the person that is able to pick up those tools and use those tools. You got to do that. You got to become that person. And the only way to become that person is by moving forward one step at a time. The only way to become that person is by incrementally moving towards becoming that person. Brick by brick, piece by piece, Lego by Lego, it was built. That's how it's going to work for you in your situation. You've got to take incremental steps towards your goals and towards the solution to your problems. If you say my objective is to make dinner, cool. Step 1, get everything out the fridge. Step 2, get the spices all lined up, ready to go. Step 3, get the stove turned on. Step 4, get the bowl pulled out. Step 5, get the chopping board pulled out. Step 6, start chopping it up, right? So that's what I'm trying to say is that each one of those steps is moving you closer towards your goal. That's how you become the person you're trying to be. That's how you implement the solution you're looking for. That's how you solve your problems, is that incrementally moving towards a solution. Incrementally moving towards a solution. That's how you handle that. You're doing it because you want to be able to pick up your tools. You want to solve your problems. And that's how you do that.